Plantera is a relatively inexpensive clicker. That's it. Now I got this game courtesy of Cybot, who is a viewer, and he saw this game on my wish list. I added it because it was cheap. I was figuring, yeah, I'll go ahead and download it, check it out for whatever, and he hooked me up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've been playing it for about 2 hours now. I could see how, in any other scenario, I might get hooked on it. Because it's a clicker, and clickers are typically there to basically find some way to add some kind of fake progression to make you feel like you need to continue adding more and more stuff. You continue growing your farm, continue doing all this stuff. And in this case, you are doing just that. You're growing your farm, your ranch. There's absolutely zero zones or any kind of structural pattern or anything that you can't organize shit. All right, you put down a plant and that's good. That doesn't move anywhere. That's awesome. Then your little dudes come along and they start working, and that's great. Okay, they will sometimes wander away and go work somewhere else diligently, mind you. But then you'll be left with a huge pile of shit here because nobody's tending to it. Even if you have like 50 dudes on your team, right? So you can't zone them. I can't say you guys work here, you guys work here. So there's absolutely zero depth to this, none. The animals, you add a cow, you add a sheep, you add a chicken or a pig. They walk around. There's no pens. There's nothing to keep them in one certain area. I'm not expecting a lot from a game that's $2.99. Basically, what's happening here is Plantera is encouraging me to not play the game. And the way that it's doing it is that it has all these functions that will essentially babysit itself. So I don't need to necessarily play it. It's supposed to be a second screen thing. So, okay, sure. You have it on your second screen. It just kind of goes and does its own thing, right? And so that's basically what I did. For the first 10 levels, I was just working hard, and I was putting my thing down. I was clicking on everything. And my index finger was in pain. I tried auto hotkey. It for some reason didn't register. Maybe this guy knew someone would do that, and so he went around it somehow. And it was just click the whole time. I get to level 10. I'm like, woo! It took like 45 minutes, something like that. I was like, there we go, yeah. And then it's like, and then the achievement pops up, and it says just getting started. It's like, whoa, just getting started. So then I pop over the achievements, and I start scrolling through there. And apparently, you can just go on forever. And I don't fucking get it. Clickers are obviously not my thing, all right? Honeycam, different story. Honeycam had a little bit of strategy. There was an actual potential for failure. In this game, you can't fail. All right, you can't. I left to go make a sandwich, and I came back, and everything was fine. It just ran. I mean, you're seeing a ton of time lapse here because you're getting the whole gist of the game. Right? I went to go work out, coming back every once in a while just to click on the money multiplier. And that's pretty much it. Like I left. I was gone for like 45 minutes. And the game just played itself. The game encourages me to get to the point. There's even an option there that when you're not playing, they'll continue working. And you can unlock it. And 500 is cheap. I mean, you could take this thing all the way up to 8 hours, which is at this rate, or doubling each time, it would be 64,000. And again, that's nothing. So it's like a great. I get it. There are games like this out there. I don't know why. I don't even want to make this. I could just set this whole video could essentially just be a tweet. I could have just said, "This game is driving me nuts." The end. It's not even like it's addicting. Like I'm not even like, oh yeah, I'm continue playing it because it's so bad, but I have to keep going. No, it's just there's no sense of accomplishment because the enemies don't get harder. They don't. You get wolf level 1 or fox level 1, and then I guess you get wolf level 1 that comes along. And there's no level 2. They don't get more and more difficult. You have to click on them more. They don't attack the dogs, eat the dogs. The crows come along, or the ravens or whatever. They come along and they steal fruit. But if you have plenty of scarecrows up, then they won't. So you negate ravens entirely. So no more birds can come down and steal your shit just because you invested into one thing. If you have enough dogs, then no more wolves, no more, whatever, nothing to scare the livestock. And that's all they do. They don't attack the livestock. They don't kill anything. They just come strutting along, and then they scare it, and the pig will get freaked out, the chicken will get freaked out and start running away. And then the dog come along, and then that's it. It runs away. Nothing happens. Nothing happens in this game. You just continue to grow and build and keep on adding more and more and more to your farm. Every time you buy something, it gets exponentially more expensive. So eventually your plant that started off as being like 9 gold, now it costs like 128,000 gold or whatever coins in order to plant another one. And it's I think part of my frustration is that it's interesting that people are really into this, because if you look at the Steam reviews is like, oh yeah, man, this is very positive, recent, very positive all time. What happened? What? It's $3. Sure. Okay. Yeah. It's $3. I guess that's an excuse for it to be so shallow, but really? A game that encourages you to not play it. A clicker of all things that encourages you to not play it, except for unless you just want to quickly progress and unlock things. Check this out. If you want to go through and maybe collect the rarest of the rare achievements, then play this game for about 4 hours, and I guarantee you will have achievements that nobody else in the world except maybe 3 other people will have, and you can add that to your list of rare achievements that you have. And if that's a bragging point, which I think it kind of is, if that's a bragging point for you and you want to flex that, that's what you do. Go get this game. It's $3. You get the rarest of the rare achievements that nobody will ever want to put time into, to commit time in order to achieve, and then you'll be good to go. That's the game. That's the entire game. I feel like such an asshole because it's such a cute game, and the songs, the one song that it has is good. It's a good song, and all the characters and the sprite work and everything, they're so adorable, and they're just kind of walking around all cute and fat and just walking around with their fat selves and fucking slow and just doing nothing really, but very slowly accumulating money for you to the point to where you don't have to play. That's pretty much all there is to this game. That's it. That's all there's. The whole game. That's it. That's it, folks. And eat for breakfast. Plantera, $2.99 on Steam right now. The rarest of the rare achievements. Fuck this bird.